there's something that I call it flying high. You know, people love to fly high in the sky because when you fly up here, everything else is small. You see, everything else is very, very small, and you can fly high. See, the problem is, it's okay to fly high, so long as you have a foundation that takes you back down. Otherwise, you will fall from the sky. Or if you have a mechanism to go back to the ground. You can't stay flying. You run out of gas, see? So you have to go back down. So the problem with this is this. When you go into the gym, you see people doing flying high reps. I call them we fly high reps, right? So you unrack the weight and you do a repetition like this. Quarter rep. And then you go and tell everybody, I can bench 800 pounds, right? See, so why would somebody do this? Now, if you're a specialized athlete and you're training your tendons, you're out. It's okay, you can do what you want to do. But if you're the guy telling me you're working the strength in your bench press, or you're working bodybuilding, or you're working something like this, you're wasting your time with this we fly high mentality. You see? What happens is that you never develop your chest the right way. I mean, imagine you just do this. Which part of your chest are you working any depth in your chest? Are you working any real density in your chest if you just do this? Why would you do that? You see? So people who do stuff like that, or they'll go on the squat and you'll see this. Whoop, a squat. How is that a squat? You unrack the weight, these 8 plates on each side. You don't even step back. You just lift it off the rack and you go boop, and you rack it back. And it is a big crash. You see? Why would somebody do that? You have to ask yourself, why does a human being, why would they do something like this? Right? The reason why people would do something like this is because inside they're very insecure people. They're doing for attention. You see? To show that they can lift X amount of weight. You see? But the problem with this is that it's very dangerous. Any small slip and somebody could die. Not even the person lifting, but the person next to them. You see? So what does it require to stop doing we fly high reps? Just take all the weight off. But people don't want that. They want to tell everybody there's something that they're not. You see? So you just become up here. That's all, and that's the kind of chest you develop. Imagine that. You develop just the top part of your chest and the rest of it is jelly. How does that? So you have a droopy chest where the top is hard and the bottom is like ice cream. Well, what is that? You'd be hanging over like a cartoon. You see, you have two things hanging like this. It's hard on top and soft in the bottom. Jelly. Huh? You don't want that. You want to humble yourself and develop it from down up. See, all the way down. People say, oh, I'm going to hurt my shoulders. No, you're not going to hurt your shoulders. All these people are telling you these things to give you an excuse so that you can do this and lift more weight. You see, the reason why people hurt their shoulders or hurt their knees is because they don't know how to bench and they don't know how to squat. It's very simple. You see, because in order to do those things correctly, you need to lower the weight and learn the technique properly first. You see? That's the main thing. So take your ego out before the weights will do that for you. And the longer it takes, the more the catastrophe that's going to come, right? And start learning to correctly bench press the weight. You see? If you want to lower the weight all the way down, your shoulders shouldn't be out here like this, or shouldn't be super wide, you know? Like that's what you see most people doing, is this kind of stuff, and then they say, oh, I hurt my shoulder. Yeah, because you're not using your chest, you're using a lot of shoulder. You're so wide like this. Go narrow it down, keep your chest up, pull your back, your scapula together, and let your shoulders lock in, right? And then lower the weight, and you'll be able to do it. Keep your back tight. Learn how to use your lats a little bit for stability. And you'll find that, oh wow, you know, I'm feeling it, I'm feeling good. Develop your bench, right? Stop doing we fly high reps, right? Take my advice, stop doing we fly high reps. Lower the weight, learn how to bench press correctly, and in the long run, you will develop a strong bench. Same thing with the squat. See, don't follow all the stuff you're seeing in the gyms all over the place. Or don't read in a magazine that Ronnie Coleman did this much weight and then say, oh, I'm doing partial reps. Ronnie Coleman's partials were not from half up here to down here and back up. They were from down here, from the foundation up to the halfway, then lock out in the last rep. So don't cheat yourself and say I'm doing partials, right? He was in the squat, he was all the way down. Come halfway up maybe, and then lock out on the last rep, something like that. You see? He was working from bottom. He was more concerned about the bottom, the density at the foundation. You see? So when you copy something from an athlete, copy the right things. Don't start copying wrong. Don't start reading people who are trying to sell you some get-rich-quick scheme, because you keep collecting books and you won't be rich. Okay? Thank you.